I don't look like what I have been through. You've turned my pit into a well. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo nyame, adumo adum, adum intina metiasi, eya wadum tina mewo. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo nyame, adumo wadum. Eya adum intina metiasi, eya wadum tina mewo. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Who has changed my story? Who has given me a song? Turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. You have changed my story. Protocol breaker, you made a way. You turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. Could not have made it without you. Hey. Could not have sailed through without you. Your loving kindness, grace, and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, adum. Could not have made it without you. Hey, could not have sailed through without you.
Abusiafo nyina mamoache mamoakwaba mamoakwaba memwaju memwakwaba bebi a wo ewo wiase bia wabeka ye ho ewo dwumedi so dwumedi eye the community and the law ye frame oreku owusu frimpon meno etna ekopim se nonsia ebebo ana se donhwe mienu a edi ye nim no medi dwumedi ebrewo ena dwumedi no ye babeka ensem bia wo ebebo a wo pa circumstances bi ebesi ewo abrabo mu na unhunu bebi a wo mfamfa titu efa no wasetena mu ewo UK ha no ho nkomo ena ye de bro bebi a wo wiase bia nso so obetimi atie bi emramu nkomo bia ewo utrim na opese obisa ho asem no lawyer mpanimfo ewo ha wode eho nkomo no ebebre yen The community and the law about one chain a free BWF solicitors. BWF solicitors your community lawyers are your prefer term be a beko one chain teacher our UK ha. Legal partners are your team trust one when it comes to matters of the law, when it comes to UK law, when it comes to Ghana law, one and you know one edi in Kitahon. BWF solicitors 214 to 218. Tottenham High Road and also Seven Sisters, North London, UK. Well, enim North London no say offer train na usi Seven Sisters train station where OPA free exit number 2 no more. And then I see when him tenten so no and no Anna House 4th floor and more Monday to Friday. If we are on 9:30 echo pem and 6 o'clock or yeah juma. Well, G one summer would win in a dihu juma and a fee or hair to a near matitu a fan of immigration seminar or to a 1 year at the ma over for one. Appointment line no a year 0208 493 7340 0208 493 7340. Minia Medofo Senia Yina Yindimono COVID-19 any yang ababetna. Say Yame Adaruma vaccines hold no coso month for UK hay me too many and a pay na a chemo cobe say 5 million people or more awobi o train at the end. But Modia so babo who buy now wabo near who buy about dofo who buy. If you love your family, protect yourself. Sir unam abontain and answer public space beer. Say yes, he but say he answer also call shop now call your grocery shopping now. Omodi answer obe cover wenim ana say obe hwe na wonsa any baby wo say wo huru bia no wo na fi wo de hand sanitizer no aye adwuma you know what Ghana yate say yade no e pagya no ho pa people are contracting the virus Mr. Omodi answer obe bo ho bai unhia say obe pia tenafie na fi yenyina yenhwe ema yare no enche na fi free yentam enen koma me de brewo no mi bisawo nyame echawba ewo awade mu na bibinti ntimu eba abofra no hwan chen wotena na se okotena enan chen anas wotena ejan chen a se covid abey hwan ena ebetimi ehu abofra no so abofra no betimi asore ene china na makwa akwahwehwe no anas tetesen na no nyina akra achire no se ba no se masetena mu mi hia se mejima akwada no so na ma regularize me stay e wo UK ha sa child arrangement orders no eye adwuma because covid abey Boris Johnson aban se yentena fie mintimi mpie enkonkohwehwe abofra no emra no so se e wo se minya direct access to akwala no intima ya ne dai mbacho ma mimi sa ho asem na even child arrangement order no kra saying and no na machibu sa simple sa no ana bibinti separation bi betimi abaw ne nkwala ne ntama na emra na sesai mpacho bomodia na ene me entna sa do hwemi no edi yenemu na afi yemfa nkomo no emra enen so me wo panin bako every BWF solicitors aseye ana menino eba bedi enkomo brantie kama pa fefe ono ena oba beboa me ma fe yede nkomo no aba eye lawyer Richard NKRUMAH BOADU anche mobete nenka na ansa na me de nkomo no bebro na fe obechi ano no ma fe memma BWF solicitors wonto yankra yebesa basisia.
BWF Solicitors is a leading and an award-winning solicitor situated in London. Our expertise in family and matrimonial law encompasses divorce, separation, children matters, family breakdown, and financial orders. We focus on all aspects of immigration law. Our areas of expertise extends to visas for individuals and businesses. These include spouses, students, visitors, EU applications, investors, and more. We also undertake appeals and judicial reviews of negative decisions. We hold Law Society Quality Mark in immigration law. Our family law solicitors are dedicated to finding the most effective and pain-free resolution for our clients through the provision of sensitive, effective, and affordable legal advice. We are also Ghanaian law specialists and have advised many local authorities and other solicitors on aspects of Ghanaian law. We have also advised businesses looking to relocate to Ghana. Our senior partner is dual qualified as a barrister at law in Ghana and solicitor to the Superior Court of England and Wales. Client satisfaction is our number one priority. This shows in the number of positive reviews we have received from our clients. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers.
BWF Solicitors Wadarima and Yadijumedi bro. Yababishi na Mijidi wo sharing our platforms ahodo no so. BWF Solicitors Facebook. BWF Solicitors YouTube. Sanso ena yewo oreku owusu frimpon page no ewo Facebook. Enunti we are wide and varied. Now the main can says what we can ho BWF Solicitors Facebook, BWF Solicitors YouTuber. Bomodia share the page. You can pass your comments down in our column below. But the America and I said Bomodia pick up the page, share it. And then I'm looking at getting at about 300 shares. Na say ibitimi ade aye juma ye Fred Amwa line also Fred say hello lovely family and friends sanso and ye Zera Bonsu also waba amano so ye ajiwa na jimai Fred Amwa who send it page me message no pa say share Makosei minta also owaha sanso ana yewo Vincent Adu Jemfi Vidal Mensa nyame anshaw say wo ka ye ho David Lachu also so wo ahmano so woni yan edi dwumadi no Margaret Adu Mensa antimagi to say nyame anshaw yewo F Asman also one penny Adam Ifri and Kai and we joining in was say listen to the awards winning firm of the century BWF Solicitors Gold Bay also Dorothy Ahinkra Dorothy thank you very much Vivian Force Sanso and Philomena Obrimpong Esther Tilly Afriye Sansoso ana say great program Osia Hene Dako Obri Joshua Yaboa also owaha sana yewo Mimi Esel one abusiafo ewo Hamburg Germany nyame enshraw akosia sechiwa ade uma minkoso na hayi me de aka ni nyina ebeba madaroma mu nyina moboa ama ye digimedie no ba so na me kai will say a BWF Solicitors and wo boying ma ye digimedie no na say obaso na wapeke wo feed no na wa share sebia obi nso so ebenya na enen komo no edepa na ansana no opani afi minkan no nti ma memfa no emraso na afi memba no achema na kwaba ema na fishiapa Richard afishiapa
Afishiapa happy blessed new year 2021 so na ye kasa 2020 ka ye bompa say ntwamuntam na ka ye started 2021 but as we all know it was just a day in between 2020 and 2021 but we are here we are kept by the power of God I'm say we said the word when Juma ye nipa abribia but say the principle abribia na or can say government there is a reason why there are protocols that we have to adhere strictly to nti yedini nyina tutudwa na ye bompa so eka ho say although say ye nipa ye de be mask na yedi ne ma hye yensa na ye nyina may not really do the job if you know nyankopon sa enima ti ye bompa yenso so say nyankopon oboye ho ban nti say na yasa be di ehyiemu for the first time in 2021 in the na say ye enigisem ene ahomekasem say wasade ya ba na I mean, especially MCT4, you know, would know that this is the first show for the year. Yeah. But MCT last time you shared Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas.
So it was so in 2020. And the new year so the abi 2021. Manami ma ET4 me for kwenje ma ET4 nyina a very happy blessed new year. We miss you all so much. na yɛmfa na se nso so mamo se mo continue na mo support yɛn na mo ne yɛdi dwuma yɛn nti enwumre awie yi de nkomo a yɛbɛdi sɛ de wo kan no very very important because of COVID no ho sunsuanso no sɛ aban se yɛn tena fie na may mpia bonten na wura wo eba na wo wasetena wo de wo krom ha no eba ne nti na yɛde ma wo sɛ wo hu no wo play role won in life says role a wo play won abofra life no ne sɛ yɛfra de bi direct access sɛ wo ko hu abofra no ɛne ne di nkita ho de ne kɔ park de ne kɔ McDonald's yɛse yɛntena fie so wontimi nyɛ saa ne mene nyina asema make nyina yɛ minua brothers na eja normally na brothers no money maame for no any relationship any longer no na ma mbofra ne maame no na ete na wo ko hu no na se wontimi nko hu no eno ho asem na ene ye bekenti em say said that baby I advocate for my brothers because you know one boy amongst three sisters my sister ezo boni di tili ne Elise o mu nyina o mu tie ye he say one boy in ya na ye no asudie no eso nti abribia no madwuma me ye nyina de na meta for front of my mind is to help our brothers. It is obi be humi now a young man oba say Richard Minikrata I will really find all the means to help. The options available to help that person. Nti enkomo we no koma me nua ma asem say me no I love you so much but and enkomo ne de yemfa my brothers no how e be say aboa wo mu na wo motima continue I rely on their children to actually do application to remain here. Nti enkomo eno no na ye bababo ehia me pa da makomos.
And your brothers Mr. O say we your brother na waba so na won share ya na we are a mistake because you say na enkomo ne family brothers na so the TBA no union no ma ene abusuafo gina obia involved so far joy a child na hima sapon also ye child dokasadom nyame ensure Frida Esuman ene abusuafo gina so happy new year to all of you. Now me kai will say breno chrono obetimi asende wo text and now say WhatsApp message no ade abrayen ewo 07950 422 780 07950 422 780 and I say breno so na ibia homa no 0208 123 1016 0208 123 1016 and until can when now fe comments no so or the to your page no so say YouTube page and now say Facebook page and the comment section or the to her you be pick now fe you bet me the to screen no so you to so you bet me the ama lawyer wa bra on so no or the ama ye kai say the community and the law. Like Richard, me pacho mami misa say you can't child arrangement order na emremu de any let's get to the basics.
Well, child arrangement order. Say maybe a chairman na yefra de residence order. Now, and no mo kekani nyina bo mo say yenye child arrangement order. So basically what it means is that a fa abofra unfortunately the parents are separated.
Okay.
And yaka parents, I was a main case partners, a year and a kunu parents. So it could be that mon worry about mawuba, namoti together, but BBS timuntematiti. Idea I was a kai, we have to be reminded ourselves is the fact that say our forno montem etitia, mona montem atiti. Abofrano would always have a relationship with the mother parents and the father. Enti e was a mo yen hyehyeye bi na abofra ne timinya access to maame no ene papa no ene ne fene child arrangement na order ne be ka ho a na de ye court.
Okay.
So hwa child arrangement ene se abofra ne ye yen hyehyeye bi na ye hu how a ye beti ye mienu nyina na ye betimi na nya nkita ho die e wa bra we are not together any longer. Now see the order ne be so necessary court abam ne say sometimes say separation no eba ya na animosity time yaw ewom of course we are human beings so we will expect that but then abofra no de or ye innocent or no person wonya ne relationship with ne parents nti I for no asede ne say e wo say mo make sure say mo de ne baby to form say me na ye late ye choose say me na me ne abofra no entina na say papa no normally as it is papa no momu no ene ekɔ abɔntenti ɛwɔ sɛ mode bibi tutu hɔ sɛ sɛ abɔfra no te me nkyɛn deɛ ene papa no nso also nya bibi kakra time bi ɔde bɛhu ne ba no obetime nya time or quality time with the child and on the child arrangement. That is basically it is. So order de bɛka ho na say you call courts and na say order de ɛyɛ nhyɛ. So ya hyɛ mo say na monye then e kɔ order and say you end up in the court. Well, it's heated in tomatity. Me percent minute Kelvin etna because Kelvin me ba, you know. Also so your ba ti ye ka say oyo ba oye me ba ye ni can start from the basis said all kind say na den po na wonya tumi say e wo say wutimi hu oba no. Kruma no memra no ya say say fair dey be child act na 1989. So shema I say parental responsibility. Now say wo eba na wudin hye since 2003 say wudin hye abofra no birth certificate no so a wo parental responsibility. Say ye wo abofra na maame ne papa aware a mumienu nyina mo parental responsibility over that child. Nti mutimi play a role, mutimi make a decision about the child. Now, say wudin ni abofra no birth certificate so ana say ye wo abofra no na wo ne maame no enware ya. Ebede na wanya parental responsibility to really try to get access to that child. And only be afraid there be parental agreement. One maame need to me draw plan be say me, you know, me ne maame wo ni enware for some reasons one family anko birth certificate and so. But we na agree say I ono na father of the child. Inti ya hye we gina na mo de ye de seal assist say what's your assessor on papa. So obenya parental responsibility. And answer the final one is say mobile courts. Na court ebua say enema papa ya show nyina point to the direction that he is the father, and on that basis you know ya ma order say or parental responsibility over that child. When ya sadie no afei na ye beba so say ne wo tumi say wo hu uba no na wotimi ne play wotimi eye bibi wona brabo. Okay. Now ya na abribia ye ka bibi say someone tima ante mo ho ase a na yetimi court asem. It come on with my consent order and as someone with my informal arrangement. Say ye kasa CCA na me wo be 8 live cases a child arrangement order cases ni nyina ye maame ne abofrate na on pese papa ebehu abofra no. Ya na ye kasa na ebeye den na watimi enya sa order no se obetimi hu oba if maame no esi okwan a moye arrangement anye ye ebia okohu lawyer say omwa lawyer show letter ya na fra dey be letter before claim say ansa na beko court no so we share a Children's Act 1989 no section 8 na e ho na obey application court but before say obey application yen nim say fra dey be civil procedure rules. Okay. Ansa na obeko court bia na e also take some steps before ansa na wako court because you bebusa and then now we ansa na uje mekaba court you can't just you know wake up one day
mo ho ase ansa anye yie no na wo se court bem
sir. Enti abofrey ewo mumienu montam ye see ya establish say mo obia o parental rights because it's 50-50 at the starting point mo nyina mo role say mo play but baako restrict baako no role no enti mo ntem ho ase well mo be send be a letter ana ze ye gana fo de ye mfa mrafi ofre asofo you know Pentecost elder say nka woni maame ni nkita ho na nka wo ma hu oba no o se won tie ase there could be reasons why we will come to that later also want to say ebia you know my friend penifo still also want to say busa problem then ya na obitima call mediation you know obitima wasam na ko dan obi o independent person say na air cost ntin kan pesa me boan pesa me court but ansa na me court no nka obitima aboa no mo siesie saa asemi wo ye ntem ana ye be frame mami mediation e bi krampa oma then that mediator will give you a reference number or a clearance to then make an application under section 8 of the Children's Act.
Me find say in our situations say achiniji aba mako asori penny ho yene natena se akasa me ba fie na matrato wo say on this day yene asori penny kasa anyeye ya moving to Osofo and 23rd January many Osofo akasa and also anye ye nti se koba na se anibre ba na me de kokota saa de metwotwo to ho any way share no metimi de akoto judge na ni me say ma take these steps na no say ye be kwa from abi so mo na.
Well, I mean, sir, and the more routine, I nanka say civil cases, a baby a judge and the conduct of each parties. So, say na mo behavior and say na mo back court.
Okay.
With regards to children, not necessarily say be wow casing, because remember that adia ebe bossy here pa. Anything that a court will do or a judge will do should and must be in the best interest of the child, not you, the mother, or the father. So, bra or bra or the abedru court, it will be acknowledged, appreciated, but it may not sway. Sebia because of say why ye bibia na maame na incorporating ti ye bema wahu ba enye no na be decide because ye beba de bi so ye fe na checklist welfare checklist ya na court no hwe so anse no mama decision say whether abofra you can have contact with that child. So it will help in a way say ye fan sebia. And remember yes, civil court, the loser pays the winners. There's no loser or winner in these cases, okay? Because it's not about you, the parties, it's about the child. And normally, the expectation is that one may not cooperate, because when it comes to child arrangement order, sometimes mommy no see the person there's a born a banner there. Some mediation is and so but most of the time they don't. Okay, so the recent one may, I mean, wamba. So mediator my certificate, the application court. But the judge will be looking at the unreasonableness, the conduct now. Some mommy will behave so badly in a way that but there could be issues why the mother may not cooperate. You can say she was subjected to domestic abuse. She would not want to meet this man, to talk about her child, and it's accepted. But it's a procedure that papa no also faso answer with Marco courts. It would also yes na fe why in the court. Say emergency, you don't have to follow all these protocols. Ebia abofra no oye papa. And bako another case I made maame no in fact we jam ofra no ho Ghana. Papa ni ya we so we jam ofra no ho Ghana but one full man panyin bia. Because one of the children is about 16, 15. So say okay, which is not okay. So it's an emergency. So that kind of a cases, he can actually avoid some of the protocols and go to court, for emergency order. So behavior may, judge and be favorable to you that you behave, in a way that you should, but it may not necessarily, cause the judge to change and say also ma bofra no wo nchen and say enuka so ma no wo nchen.
Okay. Abusian for nkoma yedi efa child arrangement order hon na lawyer Richard Chichiye mu no de opose omaye hu nyina se BBC na se montam tete na hwan ene behwa abofra no de ohwa abofra no obetimi asi ba ko ne ho kwan se ma oma no ema me hu no ana se etesen na say ekoba na sa nyina so ben na the yesi ne kwan no owo eno no checheye mu say na esi etie no be sure say bia this affects you one way or the other and ma me pese wo beka enkomo no ho eno nti ye wadwen say oh ye text and say comment no ready wo betimi a text e de my 07950 422780 and say ebe no so a wo be frɛ 0208 1231016. Ubetimi nso so send your comments to our page our BWF Solicitors either on Facebook and YouTube. Lawyer Richard, much of mami emisa way say ebana say mo compare child arrangement order e court because we are until say ama and a mummy no akopi say judge or ebemu. Akwala no e will say a woman as to where the decision will sway to. Se bia de emema ni pa hotel nchen dada no ana se be allow the pa yemma no kwan no se o ma me hu akwala no e wo say wo.
Okay, so yes, starting free has say court cases bia involve children mame any papa na mo pese omunya kwan hu o mo ba na ya ne fe no private law, private child law, not just say it involves just parties and local authority. So can say local authority na application so more job and na public law. So we need a child law, a private law. Now, say child arrangement case a court. Near maybe a judge no so you say judge no onye social worker or no or court home. He or she may not know exactly what is really going on, in this child's life. Until if there be section 7 of the 1989 Children's Act, ma judge and our court quite power. Mutimi catch local authority na one. If I say be out Tottenham, so your local authority is Haringe. Yebema Haringe social services for section 7 reports. Section 7 reports encompasses the social worker contacting the child, the parents, ni school, ni GP, anything around the child, to gather as much as information as possible in order to make a recommendation to the court. Say na ye dream say I was a fa abofrano. Now as abofrano ye below 16 on your party to the proceedings. Okay. And the court no be appointed if will be a special guardian. So a special guardian will be somebody only social workers. And it be like Kafkas normally Kafkas. Now Kafkas no social workers as you say, and as I said can either say local authority and a Kafkas person. No, ebe yes section 7 reports Now when to me I try to establish the best wishes of that child into one the child's spokesperson. Catch the court and say about Francis say no pe. And Kelvin at the 8. Kelvin per se and on papa momuna etina. But say no circumstances just on any minute. Into your corny school, ye nini din komo ye corny GP, ye corny church, ye ne anti-fue no mukasaye, your friend be social capital. About so a child's social capital is in the family members, both nuclear and extended.
The family network
surrounding no more who say na abofrano truly happen. And because of that, no more now making recommendations say abofrano wishes the esenka person and papa netina. Na ye social services for ye assessment ye who say it will not be appropriate or conducive, or it will harm him if you place it with the dad. So you can see that a child who is 8 may want to live with the father. But social services for Rebecca said, Debbie, a woman say, and Cabafan wishes, dear, anything because on any video game. But papa in a video game on any the whole day or man in school. The child will be very happy to be with the dad because they can play video game. But the social services would establish the fact that the child needs education. And on that basis, say man in papa tina game kwano mbebo. Inti social ma the social service will not override the wishes of the child. But it's acceptable because they will justify that in their recommendation. Say, and now X, Y, Z intino. Ye ma Kelvin ne or papa momono enter or those say and no person they will tell the judge, and the judge as a referee will make a decision that based on what the Kafkas report, the section 7 report has said, may make a decision say ye ma Kelvin ne mami mom na enter
name man access contact say
name momono. And nam say in English law the advocacy is that every child should have 2 parents in their lives. And I encourage a contact between Kelvin and the dad. Okay. Because, and yes, I be affecting. Imagine a child who wanted to be with the dad. And if you say, wona owo power nti wo yi na free ne papa nchen so na mama ntina, it will affect him or her, if it's Kelvin is him. Now they will make provision for dad to see Kelvin, whether direct or indirect, which we will come back on that one also later, the type of contact. Yeah. So there's another thing that me say for near for a year taking note of it. Once upusa say akra no will say nti maka say a social services for the bekasa amano, having spoken to him or her and then spoken to all his or her family members, and then the practitioners, professionals are more in change now. You frat to be angelic competence test. A case law be a bar in the 80s. Mami be a nane mama also moje contraceptive na on pese omobeje. You know, so immunization is that so say abofra treatment. Now we below 16 years of age. Now we parent. Now we right. Imagine say nana less than 16. Now I see okoji adro bi okoji COVID adro but now I see we happy so be just adro no. I say no, that I can make a decision for myself. A court, you know, the laws those days in the Supreme Court. Omo can say actually the child is competent enough to make a decision as to whether to receive a treatment or not. But that child was below 16. So in English law, no say a tester. So we make a decision about a child that you try to use that to assess whether Sir Abofrano has the competence to make a decision for him or herself. Really competent. So here social services for and I'm learning Borough of Redbridge as a social worker. I was with the department for the disability team. Once disability for no, we did 20 krana. The mind, you know, maybe 14. So we try to use that test to see whether they are competent enough to whatever they are telling us. You know, we should take it into consideration. Now, SAR test, you know, is hard to establish because how can you know whether this child who is 8 is competent enough? Because sometimes children now, 8, you know, may be competent than obi or 17.
Because the mental age, you know.
So you know, you need professional judgment to make that call.
Okay.
Say abofrano, if adjudged to be competent enough, the child can have a say in the proceedings about him or her,
okay.
and the court will take that.
Okay.
So, Washer Section 1 of the Children's Act, again, you see, the child's best interest is paramount. The best wishes and so the feelings, you know, are also paramount. Now, so you're competent, so bet me, the feelings and the wishes about outside. They will take it into consideration, balance that with the Section 7 reports from the Kafkas or the social services, and then the judge will make a decision. Cases involving children are very complicated and very complex. And the good thing is that recently, and then a grandma and a person young father because of say nebano obano and koye, you know. In life now, we're born for drugs and immunity, or see young fan and nana man. The nana no neti, but only legal powers to make decision about the nana because we're nana and it's a Ghana, you know, you're funny man bugu musa because what they have fun kusu krana school for no and say oh yeah why. Also we're nana say well, but we cannot take instructions from you because you don't have parental responsibility. Into a application. Normally, yananka omune special guardianship. Special guardianship application is very lengthy and complicated. Into Section 8 application, no, and a man, and we have been successful because court and can say about the best interest in so be one in an because the name she will be harmed.
Made you no see say akọ court court agye to mo say nipa sumasi neba ebetimi ene no enyankita hodie. What type of contact na court allow? Because akoba say mpanifo ne mienu ntematete bia bibinti be ma ne suban binti anansa bi oba ne suban binti e wo say akola ne tsena ba ko enchen. But untimi nso deny no say na okay dada ne akwala no bebo video games sometimes ohia ne papa ne di nkomo bema akwada bi ohia ne papa ne na bon nkomo no ne ade nti kwan ben so ne be farmer wo benya access to akwala no I'm say we no then we'll see what happens when there's a separation and then I'll be media here in these COVID times and the rest. But contacts on it saying how many types of contacts in here full access between akwada ne nchen weekend be and now they be also share 1 hour saying what did the court do?
Right. So your application. So it will be either the mother or the father in the application koi. And there is a column in the Section 100, you know, so form now be completed under the Section 8, you know. A baby say so also open contact with the child. What contact now we hear? So when I was a catch court and they say Kelvin ne ma amenity. Memeti baby, but me pese me huno every other weekend. So se me huno Saturday and Sunday maybe from abofade obedware and opani bibi enti me pese nka me fa Kevin 12 o'clock. Nam the number 6. Saturday and Sunday every other, so fortnightly or alternatively. Enti 2 weeks biara. It's one make a proposal of contact with your child. The court will look at that proposal to see whether it is reasonable. Now, the assessment is that Kelvin echo swimming 6 Saturday. So now within about 7. The judge may say, oh, actually it would actually conflict the established daily activity. So normally the mother may also not accept that proposal. Okay. Negotiation and balancing, and then finally the court will make a decision as to Yadrin say also pay 2 weekly contact Saturday, Sunday. So we 2 weeks, and come 2 weeks or nete. So okay, unreasonable if demands sebia obu papa bi meji Nigeria ni papa bi case. Neba oba abaya 4-year-old child or ne maame ne nana eti ewo bara haye. On my instruction say opese ohu neba oba every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Na maame ne mfa no Monday to Friday. So me catch say if I take off my lawyer hat, now me the social worker hat, it will not go anywhere with this request. Because I'm a judge, I make it say na maame na ono abofra no on the onya quality time with abofra during the weekend.
Because we are weekend
of course it doesn't make sense. Until you have to make a reasonable proposals. Na etimi go through amount. Until contact ni depend on the wo busa ye na o ma hwede be acceptable. Okay. I beboa abofra na enha ni daily activity na ne bibia. Until obu ono ma o say me pese upon school bia me na mekofa no. Nam de na befie, nam de na bro 6. But abofra no befie 6 okoda. So then the other parents may not have any quality time with the child. These are all the things that they will be looking at to see whether it's reasonable or not. And if it's not, they will not grant. But you will still get something. You know, as I said, the court is always looking to grant you something. I mean, the list that my year, menya de na me here, minya indirect access. So now that brings me to the type of access. So you have direct access and indirect access. These two are very crucial in the sense that when it comes to the by migration is so now direct access and they say court ama order say yes Orura obehu Kelvin every other Saturday from 12 o'clock to 6 p.m. Obetima be fa no e de na kofie de na ko no ade namba anase maame ne de no be hia wo baabi anase de ana trouble kakra wo ho no ebi wo mutimi ka se obakwa committee no contact centers into social barabia or designated places ebi wo no ma se yentrase papa no ana yentrase maame no se ode no be ko ne fie ye betimi amma wakohia no baabi as a school playground ana baby sa contact centers. Now, there probably may be a social worker there monitoring that you don't have. And only if you are a convicted criminal, work prison and but access to your child. Now, you are fortunate to get a child arrangement order in place for direct access. But they are worried leaving the child in your care alone. In the presence or in the supervision of either a social worker or somebody. So that is direct access. Indirect access, and they say maybe for some reason, whether there is a scare or you say you harm your friend in a way, but still now you have to play a role. You can have indirect by phoning the child at a certain time, say 2 o'clock every Saturday for 1 hour, or maybe writing only letters or emails or video calls. These are all indirect access, but they are effective because I'm who papa videos so you don't have physical contact, but it's some form of access to the child. It is about migration is so rule sanima we play.
I was just say we and wabeka yenhua the community and the law and yenya openi bako every BWF solicitors ma or church yemu or ma yen ehunu se intitimu eba ewo awade mu a amofra no saying and yesimo ni won edi nkita ho se entiase ama was a copy court so judge no be hwe ekwan a be fa so akwalani interest and yebetimi enya amana kwanimo and check me baby be on my but I'm going to the very critical part of young commono and I say free 2019 December a day bano say wahwe huna say we asasa wonante asesa wo home asesa de kwan afa so ehu wo abusuafo nyina asesa because covid eden ho aba beje ya brabo na covid ba ye ye ne dem child arrangement order no senior Richard me ye sure say obekire ye mu no e kire say e wo so wunya access to akwala no watimi agina so e de aye won krata asem yin so na akofa asem abai na Boris Johnson na sa ban say mempie untimi any other households mix because the new variants of COVID and why you and unti fie kakra. They say UK ha anye kwachi kra to the middle of February. Oko Scotland or Wales are more at the end of they call the 5th of March. Near chikwa anymore. Me be ding me direct access. Me application also ebre aso. Abusia, there's an answer. And unti mamin call Lawyer Richard Hobio. Na fi mi said Lawyer Richard say ye share senior child arrangement order no SCT. Senior me I hope say I've gotten it right. Yeah. Also we need access to a colana. So where you access to a colana our application is say you.
It depends. Now coronavirus no buy and said what can you say household missing may not be allowed. Yenim say abofra ne maame ne nete anaso ne papa ne nete. That is one household. Into no father no yen stay with father being the one away. Father now would different household no. Say yakasa abofra no nya direct access into omra ho na say we are mixing. Now court na I issue directions in relation to whether a child arrangement order in place now is still intact and is enforceable. The good news, well, whether it's good or bad depends on which side of the fence you are.
Yeah, anyway.
So the good news is that court say child arrangement order, coronavirus, and I say lockdown limited BBR may not affect that. It cannot affect the order in place. So Ubeka said right, but order they say I was saying physical because fano Friday, but lockdown say I can't drive from Cornwall to Kent to pick my child. Yeah. So then why? So then I'm not really adhering to the terms of the order. So that is breach of the arrangement order, right? Court guidance now we issue and then they say if it's practicable. So you see ubehu abofrano Saturday 2 o'clock now the number 6. But because of government policy in place, you cannot do that. You may not be penalized for breaching because it's beyond your control. That is fine. You can have, so court and say, if BBR cannot be done for you to adhere to the terms of the order, so the parents should agree on the mode of contact, which will be practicable.
My parents in mummy no so someone tell me na crimony way.
I know na ebesa de yakọ another level no. Say koye sa parents na manson se wo ho na, then you may end up applying to the court to vary the order. Okay, so variation of the order. And then they say, judge, order now to say me hu me ba every Saturday bia no. Mintimi travel nko ho ni ntini mintimi hu no. But me person ka ya me friend video that time no na me ni di nkomo na ma me say oh my god. Onye senti me person mo vary order and say for this time that the lockdown is in place, I can have that. So my menentiasia now it is an order. Remember there is something called contempt of court. Okay. So breach it. So if you become persistent breaching, my case back on so my men will worry Bruni na Bruni is my men mono breach order or contempt. So I was on the other side. Now said Muntimi Waki be out during this pandemic, I be working for the abofrana because court say guidance say if the health of the child will be at risk, then you may not be able to adhere to the terms of the order. Now, say mama no say papa people will say, well, me ban or healthy. I mean, me who the entire mama is all mama who because there is nothing. There can be argument, and no more to reach any consensus. Then that means you have to go to court and seek for variation of the order. In the interim, whilst a name away in a constituency, if free while, then it come back to the normal. Right. So the COVID impact on the child arrangement order per se, no, there's nothing like that. The order is still intact, unless otherwise, say the Makano Sebia will be applied to vary it or more rich agreement. Bear in mind, says more rich even informal agreement. The order still is in place as it is. And it's a name former, it will come back to the same as it was before. So it's all about being, adults and not thinking about yourself. If I speak direct to you, that you think about the welfare of the child. Say, me Kevin a fit ne papa. Into me preventing one can be affecting emotionally. So you have to think about that. Say, not order no in place. No, honey papa every Saturday be. Say lockdown ti me honey papa. Don't take advantage of this. Say, yeah, me sure no. Yeah, so lockdown into no me use as excuse. Say, me mani no because. He will be at risk of any health, whatever. Think about the fact that the child may be missing the dad and then let him have access whatsoever means that will be acceptable, like video calls, FaceTime, WhatsApp, phone call, whatever. So, I mean, it's something that it can be workable. And then if not, then we have to unfortunately go back to
me got two quick questions. Now, allow pick some of the comments at our Facebook page. Dauda Sani. Dauda Sari will question one of the questions but let me pick this one. Say me fana say separation no intercountry. Yem fana say bia mame no ene ne ba no wɔ UK na papa no nso so ɛwɔ Belgium. Even though a year out of a country, the laws of the EU, even though you're free, but it allows OBT.
So
in a situation like that, what happens?
Yeah. So say EU are any problem because we have arrangements. EU although it's out of jurisdiction, there is a provision that ultimately survey or France near is when it's outside of the EU. Remember, you're free European Union, but there are some other relationships that is still intact, when it comes to jurisdiction and all that. We have that common areas that it may play. But you're free to be reciprocal approach. And you have said normally, you have said Ghana, Papa ne de abofano, Mama ne de abofano ko Ghana, Papa no has it or don't know. So that mirror, reciprocal. So the court in Ghana respect the orders from here. So abofano British, I have no main residence. Ultimate application no. Section 8 application or has a order. It can be effected in Ghana because the Ghana courts would respect the order that was granted here. But it's a very, very complex. Recently, Bruni bi bahase ebi home say nka neireno ede abofrano akotena Ghana. Inti Kenya application na ho fa na emra. Inti me ho principal me anka be di nkomo na yen say okay, we have to get somebody in Ghana to really advocate for us in terms of liaising with the Ghana court. So it's just a very expensive thing to go into. But it's not something that it cannot be done. It's abofrano or Ghana krona. Depending on the circumstances, whether nationality, you can make application here, get the order, which you can then enforce it in Ghana by making application to the Ghana court to recognize the order that has been granted here in the UK. So it's either way, but it's the EU and then problem.
Now, child arrangement order no, expire. You're putting in place. You're putting in place for 3 years. You're putting in place for 5 years.
Expire. So there are so many ways it can expire. Now, and some of being a child arrangement order, there's a parental responsibility over the child. That is why you have that in place. Sometimes a court will say that maybe for some reason or foreseeable, the arrangement will be in place for 1 year, 3 years, or until one party has applied again to vary it or cancel it. So it depends. So let's say arrangement abofra 10 16 or it will no longer be applicable because abofra over 16 may not be subject to child arrangement order. Okay. So now it depends. Or either for some reason there has been adoption. It will cancel your parental responsibility.
Yeah, because
and as a council abem into child, public law. So there is a child protection bemu and a removal of free in China. Then it's going to have impact on whoever is having access to the child. So it can end in so many ways, either death or maybe incapacity. So parents now back on the cannot really function anymore. That will come to an end, and then a new application should be, or a variation of application should be put in to vary that. So a bit more in all these ways, depending on the circumstances.
Yenya baba ko nana hima sapo some men are so incompetent.
That's the word.
And come here. Anyway, mami fa yenya ye Dauda Sari question ye emra or say Lawyer Rich. Which of this gives you more right? Child arrangement order and now supervision order. And maybe you take the opportunity in a brief moment. Supervision order near day. Because child arrangement.
Well, I mean, child arrangement order is the order. Anybody that has child arrangement order in place has parental responsibility. It is even one yet parent input. And I would me apply. So they make us a grandma me application money. Near man order no. This is what parental responsibility, and what would that give you? So it will give you the authority to make important decisions about the child. So what about mommy and now papa in a sense? Supervision order is said normally you private person you don't get supervision order. Supervision order sometimes maybe the council will have to supervise any contacts. And I say, I did be a baby. You find say be a grandma with supervision order. That means ne ba obana ne bane akrano ntimi nye de wose woye. So grandma should be the person who is supervising anything that she does with the child. So supervision order is lightweight because it's only our no parental responsibility. Niyama will be momono different or outside or third party supervision order. What they share how abofrano niyama bisi akoso with the people that have got parental responsibility.
Okay.
So you won't go for any supervision order because you want a child arrangement order in place to be able to make decisions about the child.
Okay. My main question is, so I'll say I'm separated with my husband with 3 kids. He gave me £300 a month. That's not regular since November. He hasn't sent me anything for the kids, even in Christmas period. The other one called him for Christmas gift and he didn't give them anything. His reason was that I have created problems for him and he started to destroy me to the child. So I've stopped him to talk to them. Do I have a case, Lawyer Richard? Can you please call me a bim? Okay.
Right. I mean, you cannot stop. You name a child arrangement order in place and as arrangement. But won't mean stop it, Papa no and so won't because won't maintenance, So when you maintenance, so the maintenance agency for now, go back to them and then they will find a way to really get this man to be paying. Okay. So I say what baby now so won't rent because if you run this one baby and I say no. You can't do that. So you have to allow the father to still have access and then find the other ways that are also to me contribute. I know it makes perfect sense that so one sharp of and you don't have a right to see the child. It makes sense. But a child arrangement order in place that on you careful because you did order not so honey. Maybe Anka said there is a condition that the only time you can prevent father from seeing the child is if he's not paying child maintenance. Baby saying him. So revisit the arrangement order, the terms, and see say, is it contrary to any of the terms in the order? Say, yes, maning who neba. Yan can baby says won't Jessica mana and maning who. So yes, sir, necessary bu sa so it depends whether it's informal arrangement in place or if it's informal, which may you should start tactics in it to really get this man to be paying. But I would advise say on call maintenance agency for no so munjis can free pano na say informal arrangement na papa no say own tua unsupportable friend on but it has always also been my advice that please all the time avoid this maintenance agency people because scan on beji omu use formula na ska ketewa bi na obetima nya amount depending on papa na income and after so no message free papa no for almost so fees so I always think that it's better to have an informal arrangement but if it got to the point that say oye bibia na ontua dia fa ne ko ho na ontua na me pacho so the me start to make us say it's not about you the mother it's the parent say no and I'm so ontua come ma wona dey ahwa akra na ntino o punish no so mani hu akra na but so akra no so na bia o messe papa no enti pekwan bi fa so e wo say ma hu say obi aka say some of the men are incompetent. But me pacho yeah I'm consider more funny interest in the moment first say although say papa is incompetent you know is it gonna affect the child na and papa for no me pacho and yes I fa ho say oba no epe was mind whatever the case no ma me ne be man hu nti also yeah there also we this is not counseling session near be too but you have to do what you have to do you know if I bring some person into this you know, I mean, you know the story, you know, for somebody like myself, you know, at a younger age, parents divorced, you know, and then we have to be with mom. But Ghana, unfortunately, NKRUMAH say, I have to say, papa for you, child arrangement order to see our children. That is amazing. In Ghana, papa no mom say monko I don't want to see you. You see, and it's sad, you know. You know, I don't want to see you. You know, go and then you go with your mom, and then your mom have to find a way to survive with you, and then we have to go through that. Inti 100 there, say papa no say, opposite uhu emofrano now ye na say ahoche bi nti na there is a reason why he may not even be able to pay. So that okay Christmas in the ma why be na because adwuma say coronavirus nti sometimes you may not know, you know. So if we are forthcoming with information, we can, you know, just everything, just make sure abofrano will not be affected.
So the very straightforward answer and they say COVID abadie na so say who will be here based on child arrangement and wanna indicate say and I say dictate say I was say unya direct access to akolana men paba worst case scenario between court akoji variation of the order.
Yes, that's correct because so you started so because of COVID order no is in place already but the person is not allowing you to see the child as it should be. Yes, I think so going to court, you know, is always something that we have to think about it. Going back to court again. If the order is in place already, you know, so why can't you just agree, you know, to vary it to say that, okay, only health, underlying health condition, and I can maybe, you can even meet at, you know, you can find something to you know, to make it work, as opposed to, although we are lawyers, you know, going to court is our job, we also still advocate that as much as you can, you prevent that when it comes to children.
Okay. Yeah. Obetumi afreying 0208123116. Mijiri say situation where sometimes it's difficult to come out to talk, but if you are bold enough to seek advice and also make sure say enema atuto year obo say enema be very easy at the amount pa number no be 0208123116 and also be send a text at the abrayan 07950 422-780 your child arrangement and your stay in the UK. Now the ABCBU and it's a child arrangement orders and the COVID-19 situation, are they still enforceable? Yes, but there's a way around it. So we name the obey crown or whatever it is now. For BWF solicitors pending for 0208 493-7340 or more office number and appointment number na obetimi ade enkomono ade ashishoso na or more abuao. And team me call Ahmano so 0208123116. Richard, Messer say Adarima, Ubayasuna, Unianumbi, Ade, one who every Musisi, Babidi, and Como. And empty Yanko Amasway, Minia was so not Yana, Apija, Nekakra, Ade, Amame Nafi, Yahet Senia and Comono AC Etia. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Uncle Richard.
Good evening, Mr. Obo from Wales.
Hey, so what the voice is
Minimum in our voice.
What do
Hey, Yabo, let us say.
Hi, Kogu.
Yes.
William, questions me, Nubi.
You're part of it too.
The part of first one here about free movement here, so West Society with treaty rights. Ultimately, Kofa Eba. Last week, I'm saying I'm here, but I couldn't get through again because me were me young Kubia or yes, Kofa Nepa and then the mammy and son in the year, the man who has Spanish passport, and you're in Kraken. I was society treaty rights for over 6 months ago. But unfortunately, we drew France. Yeah, ma Obana and but this means we say a provisional period. Till the June of 30th of June, you know. Because I know you're right, and I say it was wrong, so Mama Obama signed. And on Patron, I my first question. And the second question, so yeah, to prove your status as a pre-settled and a settled status. So, now, person here with status for gov.uk. I give you a while, say you can prove your status until 30th of June 2021. It's how mean just about prove status to 2021 June. What happens after?
Okay, you it does mean call mini opinion enough. The first question,
so status. I think a question it keeps on coming back with in relation to say what family member or EU national. Now we know non-EU national. Now more travel, outside the UK, another EU country. So so the can them said the opposite say so Spanish children now and I say Spanish national. Now when the family members are almost Ghana for no more. They would have been granted a honor citizen, but need Spanish passport. No more Baha, no more do France. They say mamun rum because we need visa. Almost so I say almost the free movement, a remu because of say so they can put in the transition period, now extended the free movement until 31st of December. In our minds, Jane say extended Directive 2004-38, which gives the free movement in India. And now you can say, Abibia sa only EU national need to quite now one na more and can be without a visa. So Argentina, you stop it, no say a mano ember. There is the law, there are policies, and there are people who make sure that the law is applied. So we do airport and I would do border. The Obaka question on your lawyer. Ya show mu ye say bia okay say nipa no oye non-EU national. That's one in the EU national no na nama. Say bia wo eyere ni kunu. Na ekunu ne ye Ghana ne, eyere ni ye Germany. Yes utimi ne na code a unje visa. Whilst not Directive 2004-38 was in place. Until that time nanka oye under that senko betimi ne twem without a visa. Obetimi with EU national but Can I say no? Was it nkra? Omo Spanish children. Now, so omo children. Oh no, omo so many here already. So they have not been exercising the treaty rights in here. Jafe now no omo. So on what basis now do omo remo say omo exercise treaty rights? So no. So they were not living here. Maybe it's either way. You find a general way. Say Chief Obetia say and we are January mo idea. So you were grace period nase
until June.
So technically the free movement in the ended 31st. Into won't mean exercise our rights way be. Intina so we application the more EEA permits under the 2016 regulations we application say a card fofora no ma email say issue card mount under the appendix EUSS na untimi en exercise right to travel visa free no. That is when we were under the transition no na directive no year adwuma no.
Okay.
She said year adwuma bi said yentimi nka saa nkomo we. You have to get a visa to travel to outside. But sir, that case and I want to know exactly when the EU national no. Say mo frano no mo ma hanom da no mo exercise rights be our no mo chama they wouldn't have because mo frano nkasa na also mo exercise yes also old school. Omo de no un say ya na friend be yes ye was Zambrano rights ne derivative rights. So abofrano metna kroma say on co school oni comprehensive so yes, so betina your right of entry, Article 5 of the Directive Number Right of Entry, and as a regulation, your regulation 2016 and Casanoma right of entry for 3 months. No more baby there, or more baby room, I will say more room because of they have right of entry. But they all stop it or port one could actually do that illegally. What can you do? And anything I be not some more friend and say may commend visa, yes, it's all assumed there. Now person be do no be abeye here now age visa but say won e kunu dia we are sure say makati in mo case no che say you can pass any kwaso visa but see here ka say ye wo appendix EU no no the transpose sa directive no the directive ne ko appendix EU na ejuma a leave to remain now. You don't have a right. So the difference between a right and a leave is that right no obi amfama is just being confirmed on you. But say no, ade bi ade ama obi bia say na ekọ nyina be leave. And don't try say obetime twam without visa. But ade na etwam ne de ken we ye mane ntwam nko. Na ye mfa trouble nto baby, okay? Because sometimes enipa bebre Italy for no omo ba obi ofre me ne me ba na ba no. Ya ma na ba, my application mangrofo bebre omo so omo ba ne nsa e de ne free Italy ba na omo osojo no ne bi. Ye ma omo bebre mo leuti na airport. Obi won so do a yes omo bebre man be friend me say opo so runner. You know, there was a case in Rwanda where Lucy said, I didn't know mama, so the cost of hotel and everything. But they didn't know. The law would that they can come in, they have right of entry with their family members. They didn't know, you know. So sometimes the work question no yes sir. So you can take on so we pocket lawyer sir with me I litigate now work up compensation and more say maybe more home can say more mobile. Into a sign woman cost or more incur any BBA no you know the harassment or whatever. No? You can get compensation for that if that is the case.
Okay. Yenya Kwame Atajima ose ohwe from Kumasi da CP. Kusia Depa ose lawyer is Celestina. But your name Celestina ko?
Celestina, congratulations. I know that I've heard. So well done. So okay, Celestina I don't know what kind of.
O say Celestina. I'm say.
Oh okay.
O person who so waba.
Yeah, me who and me who message no we dey me who say so the rule o sha me say menya say 784 WhatsApp messages but Celestina o dey no.
O hear magic no dey kind of messages.
Me who dey no, me who say on sa account. Thank you.
Quick one so Antubam say the father has been exercising his treaty rights.
Yeah, so it was wrong for them to not let them.
Oh, okay, all right. Antubam da CP. Mama call lines no so 0208123116. Ma me tie enu a so hello.
Hello.
Yo kafra ya mo agina so ache na ye obi dia no nti. Fache why?
Okay. Me da se we dey me tia abusuafo ahia numre nyina.
Yeah, Joso.
We dey be pacho masem bisa ekoma lawyer na me hwe se emwa bi beti mi wogidie se obetimi ansa masem na mami
nyame yo
me pacho masem bisa ni nyina ne se na me wo 5 years ana me call holiday na me koshia wo baby na janyensen koba wo ho oba na wo France oba no so bestra ne auntie bi wo ho ono so ba holiday sa eneja ni se akoba wawo abofra but say me ma bede me ho okurum ha me pese me bisa lawyer say me wo ho kwan say me timi kofa me ba ne de ne ba na
pacho tama ye wo abofra na wo 5 years no me boy na unyanya
me pacho
ai ne so wo ho kwaso to o hin say France na Ghana
me pacho France
ti your application say wo settle status yes sir
me wo me indefinite ya.
Me pa cho. Well, abofra na di sen.
I said when you're 2 years.
Na ne maame no o ne maame no wo ho ana say money relationship.
Ne maame no.
Wo ne wo ho.
Okay, me ne anware nyensan ne ko.
And the bike. Okay. All right. So, Uncle, me pacho, yes, ubetima your application. We na nam so indefinite leave to remain wo UK no intino. Minim the origin. I'm so cowardly say they say when you settle to say oba no ntimi nya bibi man no ntimi nya British and I'm so wagin cover bisa. Ubetima your application. Amma no every France aba KEADS say. But minim asetena sese wo no abofra no wo France ho because minim say France o might say na say maame ni na maame no all France no kata be ne kra no so ho
me pacho maame no woni asetena bia ono so ba visit sa.
Okay, because what the principle is that say country bia won emra yemfa say ke UK o KEADS say na say woni asetena wontime nye application wo KEADS say wo ko another country, you know, normally you better say I wasn't wo Ghana no why application number, but whatever it is, you know, baby abofra no wo dear a good I was me o shan so ne say and am say wo settled status in intino obetimi aya application bi aya wo your immigration rules na say paragraph 297 no ama abofra na be join no abofra wadi 2 no e be ye den say obetimi show say wo sole responsibility over this baby, I should say, because 2 years. Because so one farmer in Kahon dear uncle, so application way a better day. A woman say random man who can with my fana bad dear. Then so the assessment of the application may be it will be 50-50. On say Ayana baby else show say.
Me you want no see you. Obani mami mfa we in so questions na me miss say ose okọ Ghana na twan ho kakra na ba ba mu say ode abofra ne maame ni nyina eba which is possible.
Yeah.
Obetimi aka say okay wa ba beduru nti wo maame no pe ba bi gina wonan so na se be me ne mbacho so wo hu ne person chire
se be den. Yeah. But okay, unsa abribia na sere ye ne ma na efra de bi strategy. Okay, so my application ma ye maame bi last year. Na opese ni kunu ene ne ba wadi 17 eba. Actually opese ne ba wadi 17 eba KEADS say. But ni kunu ye nipa kese wo Ghana onhia ontimi nyata ma KEADS say. But my advice ne say abofra wadi 17 opese obeba university wo hase nti wo ye application ma no abejoin wo ye British. Ebe difficult say obi ane papa di mu say wetima ga say o na so ne papa no ware e den na wo so responsibility on beka say abofra no ne best say the near can section 55 of the Borders Act 2009 e say abofra no say home office for make decision o mo take the best interest of the child into their mind. Abofra we 17 wo Ghana wetima nyini ne papa wo sika te Ghana e den na wo ka say wo kotene firi ne papa no ho na wo ne wo mu ma betima section 55 no be ma home office for no power say o mo manemma. Today me catch no say one application ma papa no any abofra no so that we take away the sole responsibility issue no because on any papa na eba
papa no so case one brain
that is another so that is uncle's question enti otiase yeah me application ma papa no ne ba no say omo be join ne yere okay yeah the ma won but wamba obi answer ne say wombra say wo hu angle they making ma pa wama he did not even come because he hasn't got the time. And once abofra no ba ne be what say I ni school. So that is strategy, okay? It is anki dia okay. So make us abofra odi 2 there. So if you have something in your heart somewhere to help this my sister, you can find a way to say that, you know, because they trouble with my kasa wo fa omumi no nyina ba ne aye no spouse application with the child. Na ye de ma wo ma na say well, you know, and so we ban no course or whatever. And yes, I saw far crown quad a bed pass on Bemanaba, a crowd 2 years.
But what you say?
Maya Medasipa, and say, no, not make me a banama ye afra and a
of course, yes, but you have to create a relationship with you and because it has already some worry and I say we bet evidence of durable relationship. Now, yet media ye ama mameno ni abofra ni nyina so mo ba ho ne ye yi sa trouble so responsibility no free mu nanka na so no odi to manemra for mu nyina bra anka for mu nyina bra
me that's nti ye me pick your number na
no yeah that is CP 0208123116 lawyer we abisa ewa or say I want to arrange for my 5-year-old boy as soon as possible and thanks for Adroadepa Akusiadepa I'm saying an application be a common or person
Akusia okay also what was this again?
I say I want to arrange for my 5-year-old boy as soon as possible and thanks a lot for everything.
Oh, I think yeah, this is my beautiful sister Akusia. Yes, many didn't just remember when you saw Akusia na. But so yeah, no offer me train. So still na no, we say obebanti. Ma show any ma.
Ayo. I for so they will say I did marriage application and did the biometric and I received VOA on the 24th of November 2020, but I haven't heard anything up to now. Is there anything going on wrong?
November, and on your certificate of application or your application dates,
one covered also received on November 2020.
Well, I mean, it's normal. Sabri, I did your standard, you know, 6 months. It is so when your certificate of application, and the indication is that your application is valid, complete, and everything is fine. So, me patch on check, or your decision.
Okay.
On working free data or submit applications, 6 months, a chemudia. Automatic steps.
November they say and rare.
Exactly. Into one chain. When your certificate of application, into no validate application, necessarily BBI okay. Sometimes with the application you picture crowd try and almost a blurry and nimunyanti almost certificate of application.
Okay.
And it's a BBI go through and some more issues that document. Effectively, that document is like a 6 months visa that will allow you to do NI work, do everything apart from traveling. Okay, but a powerful document. It's only a no. Siabuche. Maybe I better to do.
0208123116. Young Colina Subio. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You to say?
Yeah, I'm not more. I'm a phone.
I don't know who more bro. Pacho you too.
I'm a patrol. Maybe that question is if I say 15 years ago, I'm preparing the year with cracker man, and the young 5 years ago, I'm the permanent resident. Now, the program, big a crack, we feel between now, we are between here. The fans and the cracker, but I'm not no cracker, and you feel obedient and mediation by all. So, China, we have so number the man. That I'm near a fingerprint. It's a permanent resident. It's a family for naturalization for British citizens. To see a demonstration says, appointment, you know, or we are also for fingerprint, home office. To see our program is saying to me, to see a bit more couple better now. Just a new program or honor. About now, so you say, no, dear. May you see her. I'm presuming Busa, Richard said to see her and the chance in the son saying, may quite quiet to say, yeah, fingerprints and I don't see old one. So, certainly, there be all my name is fingerprint. They know 5 years, and I'm a family resident. All my name is fingerprint. More than if I may not better to say 8 to 7 years in the year, I'm a family resident. That's an acceptance of some naturalization.
How many years?
I mean, I'm British. To say the program one and some person who says, yeah, I'm making it.
Okay.
I'm a couple of
Yo, Auntie Pacho, we'll start the question, man. So, we'll see how a quaben of us or now or crate.
Pacho, me worry.
EU.
To me, I'm 5 years. I can burn on
Pacho, it's wish one so now do be din a year man sana walker.
We do be years 2005. 2005 and do be years mama migration by
almost take your fingerprint. Now that time na migration for bar how do take your fingerprints no. Would it na be physical on chain side no wo picture was so and so book kenema
oh let me picture this.
I will be there now, keke.
obi bia na omo cheme quarantine na so try in kitchen any bibia kitchen is na ye do omo na be cheme
that is fine me
so they make call me fan say 3 days after omo say jana na me buy and na so am I fingerprint na I know say me bibia wo system so
me but your applications na ye ma o no o ma ye hu saa ade we ma on say o ye application na busa say what you should be that
yes your truck for
yeah
they can me you know so my son say and then me you and I went to my you to see me and me did them there yes not long time because since 2007
okay auntie Martin Tamuti Matias me pacho dear me person who ade back last one na me ma how obviously I go ahead with your naturalization application on say o back room ha no say din ya e cross see na eno na wo de back room ha na
pacho
enti wo na say all the time no wudi na ye wudi we ya na obi din keke na wo de be ye adwuma along the line yes sir me pacho don't worry and say nyina sa na ye ba ye nyina ye do obi din ye adwuma na afi ye be fefe mo me pacho no uni muntia ye nyina ye nya problems okay ti de be no ni say un say ye chill and I bo obi din okay say eyewa and omo ye fingerprints enti udi no akwa attach to sa fingerprints akwa attach to sa name no say we worry say me pacho say wo ye naturalization application na ma wa ohun ebebusa say have you been known by any other name obeti maka say yes we na ya chechire mu de enti aside din no e den e ba mu no okay sa good character requirement no amount options say so we declare bibia so the see dia o mo behu eno no be problem so okay say oh menka enti no because they say me permanent residence enti me dey see na makode ende ebe ha me application no enti de ebe na ne say me pacho we no men wa wonye wonim ba bia wo so woko enti ye be chechire mu say there was a time unya issue now do obi din ye adwuma to survive okay one ye criminal de bia one ko wia bia me ancho say asoma wo kan e bia na oton drugs na ye chiwu sa din ni mu dia a problem but under Immigration Act 1971 and they say wo ha illegal and now we adwuma illegal na ye chiwo sa bone no bia ye sa bone ni bi okay nti you should not be thinking about it too much me pacho to remember say obe catch the your application na wa boss said in say we use name rebi but na ye Elias how the year adwuma keke but you have always been known by let's say Auntie Akosia wo ba no Ghana passport adaba nyina wo ha say we say nipa we e just say we use edin bi na de ye me pacho any problem once in a while wo ma ye application am recently naturalization application bi am ye so no edin no o use too because what the way ye cleaning one or the way ye ba security na ni nyina wonya issues because wo mo ba ha say but the naturalization application no so ye church them say o use obi din no the year adwuma because none ho che no also odidi o catch o ma listen naturalization application is discretionary omo pa no mo de ma omo pa omo mfama o ye clean say hwan kra na omo pa omo mfama but so church mu na o ye honest they will give it to you. I mean, there's nothing to lose about this. Okay, but you don't mind you're worried. Who they can? Who can?
Now, to see my cool, me say me problem son or me fancy see an almost a appointment for a home office in my problem son.
And so don't know who declare maybe yeah, but no. Say and listen, and don't know what can do. They will know say what can't do. They are aware say, oh yeah, application. Who can say? Maybe me use DB ama. Says media kosia to we fingerprints and yeah but okay and it's no kind say no you sue ama okay that is fine okay
Thank you
very much. Ian call for so 0208123116 and now say send a text on the 079 50422 Lawyer, we a question we wahana mentiase papa. Or say, lawyer, can you give me advice what to do? I want to go to Belgium for a visit.
My name is Miss Sister Esther. Now, also call Belgium for a visitor. Now, so crowded now, we Belgium, Nina, is British. Maybe I shall just go because see your arrangement in place. Say, so we'll call for visit there. 6 months, we'll be to my call without any visa or anything. Okay?
Then also, and then we'll talk ticket and no
Yeah,
issues.
you just go. So America for mobile, you know, as well mobile. So auntie, and one some patch what tickets now. Okay, so we got now. Say, okay, you find the other way around. So we bahase we Germany. Because they say 31st of June. And you say Oba has no one register and stand at 31st say bad yeah. Oba out is again near Oba. But the only difference is more 6 months visit free visa. And you answer walk no we talk ticket now walk.
Then the free movement and our as a KEADS be now.
So America for and Canada for. See no more arrangement. But no more can EU now. Yes, so the same and no is still in place. That we can travel across borders for free for visits. Into all visits what next away EU, Ukraine, whatever Ukraine British passport now call Germany, France, Italy. And no answer what to tickets now because you don't have to tell anybody anything. Until you could do a portable say oh visit, that's fine. So so yeah, I feel now by application to set normal point based system there. Until Madam Esther. And one answer what to tickets now why?
Okay. When so a bisa or say thank you Ura and Uncle Richard. Please I have my COA but I can't get NI because they told me that unless I receive a decision on my application they can't issue the national insurance number. Is there anything else?
It is wrong because so we read this certificate of application letter now the content and the catch will say you can apply for NI. Mr. Bibiane kase EU for no yes some more application number right meaning that you see if you almost close NI at the end of crime na omo successful application buy for 4-5 months they still haven't got the NI number but my brother and my sister NI na kasa na open no meaning so when you adwuma omo betimi also ultimate adwuma without the NI and no requirement say won't mean adwuma. It is all struggle with it. Although say or more can be certain be can be sometimes over free na nipa na over for phone. Now you know maybe he or she doesn't even know what he was talking about. But legally, the certificate of application will allow you to apply for national insurance number. Into a power some free. Sometimes you call and another person will pick the phone and he will tell you the
correct thing.
Okay, but legally no. So I said then I'll be to me I will say call again. Normally, it's not necessary. So, I'll say no more 3 months. So, I bring say NCB application. So then you just wait. Unless when you're critical and they're asking for NI, ask them, tell them that the NI people say they won't issue you. So they can create a temporary one for you to go through whilst you're waiting for the decision to come. There's no, it's not prudent to go and challenge this with, sometimes you know that the solution is in sight. So there's no need to worry yourself too much about unnecessary.
Yeah. Okay. 0208-123-1016. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. Yeah, I just saying.
Pacho, good evening.
Good evening. I just saying.
Nyami adom.
You. Pacho you too.
Pacho mi di na nama. Pacho mawale you ni. Ena mawale you ni. Me be ko mo 2 years ni. Ena me ye application echo home office. Ena omo refuse to me. It's only refuse to me na me ye EU settlement be 1 year ni. Me ye EU settlement be 1 year ni na amba nti almost saying confirmation brand me be say 8 months ni. Nti almost I signing and saying the October 19th no. Almost member interview. And you was a friend kuna Obana yako interview na wie and so me busa almost say da be na me sabe come me settlement because my refuse to we no and ka say ni nyina e ba ko nti my settlement ni dia na me ehu hia say me bibia bi nti yako interview ni wie na obusa me say busa me home office he say me question bi me busa na me say negotiation for ba I'm very sure will be a few nammy and say, Mammy, a egg, any other I didn't know who saw me or by me chum being time because if you and yam be a best be she said on bury me and your right to be because Nippon country me said be to me church any muna or movie no beside said me or question be a me some na me busa or mono say be the Bernard Miss Habekan almost say they will get back to me. But say 2 months in the mon can be a juma moon so mamma letter said the paper number the age man and she name say be a quite by soon I made to me or me fair mana say me China or Mancasa enya almost shame said yes or moyena me on the brems because you remember some letter from 2 weeks and said
yeah.
Me letter na women pet lawyer now on my letter. I mean to me lawyer be and I'm see me busa say ache o ho no musa no COVID-19 and say o mana che because my co interview read na me say bi ankendi and na krabat quarter month ni 9 for twem ni na 2 months.
2 months as in the time we are interviewing and now we application.
Time I'm here interview no.
An application in Pachoya no, we are in the bay.
Application the me in 1 year.
1 year. And Pacho application no is it what EU near and as a
the Pacho Mawali EU.
And I'm okay, and a recent woman will call interview no. Okay. Now what I say we are Jumana, what you move for my letter say and no a crata ben a word you move into a want a formal letter. No. What do you
almost see almost people na me the year Juma me am paper no. A woo also. And she mean pressure mean maybe a home office.
Paper Ben at the mouth, the certificate of application, Anna. Oh, okay, into 6 months and a win almost say also never be before, but no more who said. Okay, 2 things, my sister. Me pacho a jumu hodom dear no. Oh, once our case in a son is pending. Home office phone decided. So, what interview next time in our son and make a decision. It is all share with certificate of application na essay. So umunya issue certificate of application ma say utimi eye adwuma wo krom hanom. Na ubetimi ayu rely on star certificate no so until such time say you decide wo case no na be ya ka say ye mfa ma, okay? Enti say wo application de obey ne say we de nka let we lawyer na so tro ma wo mu na omo chechire wodwumfo no the law say enam say wo ye application bibia ye okay who call interview ye na omun decide ye no the certificate allows you to work legally until such time ya na your case be ye no komose and that's so ye adwuma because we your application na EU law no bibia ye adwuma set up to now enti me patcho ma lawyer now one na ye na uma obi na represent you
me na me ye na omubusa me say last week omubusa me say me lawyer and show bibia mama na me me lawyer enti de me the almost send bra me say me bra interview no and I me send ma and me send confirmation on the bra me or settlement in this amount.
Yo, me pacho mincho no certificate in the ma no omo cho so say e 6 months ni bia na e new one. Oh yeah, no settlement scheme na say na say wo fill form na call your application.
Pacho settlement scheme bi na.
Settlement scheme certificate no date be any so. It's just until set time so we make a decision. Enti catch almost nka me be kase koje another certificate because applications na na no under the 2016 regulation no. Now omo certificate of application na omo e 6 months validity to so. But settlement scheme de ne de ya na date be any so. Omo say the right awo as EU national no continue until such time say you are no longer an EU national family member. And so shema on that basis not just say obetima to aso aye adwuma. Enti we dey ene baso hu obi na wo no ncho legal letter enchechire omumu saa ade we say na omuntimi nto aso nya adwuma. Na fa say wakọ interview na 2 months nti omunka no anam so application na nkasa no in totality no edi almost a year until me pacho. So my lawyer throw letter come odwumfo na no asa ma na throw letter akọ home office for her akọ challenge you almost say I did not check too much, okay? And so we'll make a decision as soon as possible, whether through complaint or pre-action protocol. Why?
Okay.
Right. Yo, any about it as CP Yame and show of front so with me after 020812311016. What about COVID test?
Yeah, I think there was a follow-up question in relation to whether I can travel to Belgium.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what Belgium people are saying, but what I know is what UK people are saying. And I'm saying it's across board. So you have to have your negative test, and then you can go. And then maybe you can minimum time isolate.
Okay. Obi booking appointment with her. Bunny, with your friend Monday, with your friend office line on 0208-493-7340. And you're doing crap. Lawyer, I'll be saying section 55 of the Borders Act. Is it 2012 and now say 2009? 2009.
Borders Act.
Pocket lawyers, you know, pay your money.
As amended, so it's 2009.
Okay. Another one, so I say, okay, be about case law with the certificate of application.
Okumo say city limited. So a case be a Nigerian or EU national. Na application has not been decided. Na for employment case actually. No mo so mu yinedi no do mo call employment tribunal say. And I'm so EU national no right then you leave no otimi to so ye adwuma whilst an application has not been decided. It applies to the madam Amene Kasaye.
Okay. 0208-123-1016. And answer or text any WhatsApp messages now about 07950-422-780. My uncle line also na fe yemfa yemi frɛ wabaso afi anasa was that na win share page na and me say you got 300 shares in the past couple of weeks. Mama ya 120-200 maximum and they got 300.
Lawyer Francis are prompting me say Belgium has put a ban on UK travelers. Really? Belgium? Really? Esther. Lawyer Francis say almost my Belgium or Belgium. Esther mukro because many anji ho nti
okay. Mama fa calling. Hello.
Hello, lawyer. Good evening.
Good evening.
This is Leonard. Yeah, I'm calling just for my wife. I'm a EU settlement. You know me already, but I've just applied for the settlement for my wife because she's got a Ghana passport and a Spanish resident. So just now, I just checked and I found out that they've granted her the leave to remain.
Good.
But I just want to know if they will ask her to do the fingerprint and get a card, or she just have to use the letter that was sent to her in any other way when traveling outside or coming in.
So is that the first time that she applied?
Yeah, I've applied. Yeah, this is the first time.
So this is the first 5 years.
Sorry.
Is this the first 5 years?
No, this is the settlement. Yeah, that's the first.
Oh, this is the what? The indefinite leave.
The indefinite they've given the settlement. The EU
settlement. Okay, all right. Yeah, and so they did not issue her a new card, right?
No, I just saw a letter.
Yeah.
In her email that your application has been
successful. Yeah.
You have been granted the leave
status.
Indefinite.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So my brother, what that you have to do is that. Okay. So the reason behind that is, if you apply to the EU settlement scheme and you already have a residence card under the 2016 regulation and it has not expired yet, they will not issue you a new card. Okay, so there is a way you can get a new card. Please do application for replacement of a biometric residence card, and then they will then issue her a new indefinite leave card. That is the settlement under the EU settlement scheme. It's a free application you can make. So it's right. You only get the letter confirmation of your indefinite leave to remain under Appendix EU. However, if you don't mind, you can have the card. It's still valid because it's linked to the letter that was issued. But if you really want the card to show that you have settlement scheme, indefinite leave, then please do a replacement of the card, and then they will issue her indefinite leave card, which is a very nice one. They've changed the color. I like the new the new view of the card. Please, it's a free application, so you can do it.
Okay, so I have to go online and apply.
Yes. When I'm done, if you you bear with me, but you send me a WhatsApp to say that the link for the replacement of the indefinite leave card, and then I'll send you, and then you can do that yourself.
Okay, sir. I'll do that. Thank you so much.
Okay. 020812311016. And also send a text today about 07950422780. 07950422780. Openi ebeyi ano ede ama yen. There's a follow-up custom beer yenu be a day a buy na me pese lawyer me de na fi ohwe a day a my or say sorry yeah discussion on child arrangement obi at the message me by say ne partner or no more 300 na fi manager or say I stopped him because he's not sending them any money but destroying me to them. I'm the one who is taking care of them, and he goes to the extent of telling them I am wicked.
Yeah, I understand. You know, I'm so sad that that happened. And my friend will be up and say, you know, or show face in. Me I'm a good parent when we the son can yellow, we yellow. I'm say prophet for the. I'm so just I don't know, because and nothing now that's not a good excuse to so that I can one but so mommy who's a more child arrangement order now say more na my arrangement, and then I can really tell you what the implications will be, because a child arrangement order in place I want to make a say and chronicle papa no now or say or politi or montina, you know, you don't have evidence, or that one you may be breaking the rules, and then you can be down for contempt. Yeah, mommy and I make us say, man, your money community order uncle dog baby for 1 week, you know, because of say constantly breaking the rule or my papa knew who abofrano, you know, intimate patrol say child arrangement order in place, next or say watch them crying into ma or moon, it's not good enough to violate or break or breach the order. I'm sure not or better apply for an enforcement of the order. Enforcement, you know, say omo the manner now break it be ma and here now court contempt her side, you know. Enforcement, and say judge, you know, court no make say now say why nya say na yebeyo. Okay, please, you don't want to go there, ain't it? Mon pe kwa bi na mon façon reservoir deal with say I'm say we the penifo na bebe na much na waja sa de na.
I'm so about say my second question wasn't answered. The question is when you check your status on gov.uk to prove your identity, it's stated that you cannot prove your right in the UK until 30th of June 2021. So my question is, what happens after that date?
Ken, I don't think it says you cannot prove. Is it you can? It's a you can. It's positive. It's not negative. You can prove your right in the UK until such time. Okay. Yes, so you can use that to prove your right until 30th of June. Afterwards, over it will be our crata. So na check internet you show whatever you have. That is why yes, munya settlement scheme na munya evidence, whether the email or the card, you know. And just say 30th ni drew ne choma na won't even prove your right. No, and you say your application, no, that is proving your right. Hono, horse is CA up to that 30th of June. They say, Uba bit my corner could prove right. No apprentice letter na ya na picture was no. It's just formalities, so don't worry too much. Okay. All that you have to do is please do the settlement scheme application if you are EU national or a family member of an EU national up till the 30th of June. so that you have the confirmation of your status here in the UK. And then beyond that, whatever happened, you don't care about.
Okay. Obi bisa say which you recommend the private COVID test clinic who can issue travel COVID certificate. I'm saying
Dr. Hazel.
Dr. Hazel, Anglia DNA for no abayama or more certificates or mobitimi sa de no the amount and this is anti money and how we so a day about lawyer applying for settled status indefinite leave to remain as EU. Please, what documents can be used as evidence and how many can be used? For instance, in fact, we're into for instance, oh, come on. For instance, if I have to use pay slips or bank statement or landline bills, should I provide every month for the 5 years?
It will be too much because of system is designed to take few documentation. And to make sure the obeying fa normally when you one document, let's say employment history document, it show employment for the past 5 years. That will be enough. And as a council tax bill, every year I normally issue only one letter. And now say P60s. So suddenly my 3 way in let's say we be out of bank statement and evidence of 5 years. Offer 1 page of issue address any would for let's say February. Now offer 1 in the middle somewhere June. No offer 1 about November. 3 documents for 1 year. Then say free now I can crabby. It's won't be 5 very. So just few documents are powerful of proof of address. Now quarterly 1 early the year, middle and then ending. That's all. Now because so much saying in the beta they take no more than 10 so unless your strategy be it may upload more documents you compress it PDF. I love PDF or I'm promoting their business. You can then compress loads of documents too. So if it's 20 megabytes it may compress them and by 2 MB. So we have a way of internet yetimi demo documents in and so no almost for 10 papers pen ever. By for strategy be it me demo pictures in BB Akoma Home Office casework and manager. Although say under normal circumstances we could have sent only 2 pages. So that is the but don't send so many documents. Just be very very selective.
Strategy.
Strategy.
All kind documents in a pictures. Obi bisas pictures being now between use when applying for EU spouse application. And that's all your EU spouse application.
Well, so with your EU spouse application, you want to demonstrate that your relationship is genuine and subsistent. And on that basis, you want to show quality life with your spouse. How do you show quality life with your spouse? I make a BBA say, menka se koda empaso echa picture and amonko bathroom na monkisi na moncha picture. Don't do those ones. Because COVID abante bia want to me kwabante but still bit me kwabante. I mean ebia those days no monti me ko church moko eye enipa wo machi nipa bebre and our money friends gather a small party be ya na e photos money nipa bebre na why ya identify mo. So that in the eyes of the world you are seen as couple inti more ha quality life. If you are na mono aduane or kitchen na modidi no me pacho is too much. My fine. Just outside photos amako didi over be money friends interact So you can select about 5 photos. Sometimes photos that are memorable. So moko ye moko church, moko be party, moko baby, that kind of photos Now I select now was scan akoma. Photos are no longer a requirement of spouse EU applications. It is one uploading now the visa center where be year free. Into here the farm mamunko. Into Bibiana me catch a client say me print your appointment letter no and no passport number the amount. Lawyer and unkwana me deko mpacho oh na me documents ye best na come home office ya na munye mpacho Sunday because here the mama on be yin na free. On be upload marriage certificate in unkwana one cohabitation evidence. By an episode ye more because they all uploading on your home office person or no TLS contact center. They are lazy, they want to scan few documents and take your money, that £135. But yeah, person caseworker no any more. And to say upload a caseworker has no option than to look at it because it's one pack evidence. Nti me ya no ma ye
ni compress.
Yes, I dey cover letter no so nyina. Sometimes mo call no more you cover letter na to nchen say enye evidence because it's not a requirement. But cover letter no na echechire mu the relationship, how it started, how they met, everything. And it's na yes mo use lawyer. Nti me pacho documents ne dey pictures no selective. They show a casa and my relationship near genuine.
Okay. 0208123116. Yeah, call back one me nubi. On say like Richard etonable extra it might seem and sound to say be a question not a mantentem, but Nina no or if answer ba kwa you questions were 4 5 ano nti ya munya ho abotresa and my mini awo ahomano so no amenchawe na fi mensa emfa wo ento hello.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
But I want to kakra bi ka mama why?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, me pacho me a very quick question for Brother Richard. Me pacho long stay in 18 years, so we will hope.
No, my brother. Now, I'm saying no Friday.
No Friday.
Yeah, my colleague Francis Echechiremu in depth about this long residence application. The try in say, no social requirements, immigration rules, your requirements be also meet in order to do an application and be successful. SAR 276 ADE paragraph na and on a multi-media application under human rights, private life, which is the long residence, I say 20 years. 20 years, I was saying, our application, what did 20 years? Into China, 1 day plus 20 years, I know your application. And so we refuse. The only time obey your application in the 20 years, so the 18, and they say, so free. Cameroon. Now we English side for no. Yes, French side for no. Kunkun English for no. And now more, yenem. And I say be a free Yemen. And now free Afghanistan. Into won't mean koho. What's ties with the country now? I was a corner. Ultima catch almost although say mean D 20 years in a day, but mean to me come because of 1, 2, 3. On that basis, you wait my application. And say I be a lawyers for no. Me person me private life application. Oh yeah, application they obey, but any successful. And so what me at the 18 years with UK underground, me pacho underground hono majo. Stay there for the 2 years and then do the application and you're successful. Why?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, ain't sure. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, lawyer, this is Leonard again. First of all, I just want to thank you so much for the work that you're doing. At least about 4 or 5 people that we brought them to you, you've been able to secure their documents, even those that were in detention that they were about to deport. You just helped them to get out. So just want to thank you so much, much for that wonderful work that you did. And another thing is, I just want to ask of mine to have been granted the, like I said, the indefinite for about I was given the letter. Can I also apply for the card?
So you've been granted the indefinite leave to remain.
Yes.
And you have card already.
Mine was a letter because I've used it.
Card. Yeah. So please do the new the replacement, and then you can get the EU settlement scheme settlement card, which is a very lovely card. Okay. It's free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Thank you very much for the recommendation.
Thank you so much for the things that you'll be doing for. I will say my family, because everybody that we try to bring to you is more or less a family member. You've been able to help us to secure your documents and save them. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful, sir.
Well, me talk and do maybe yana move say my BWF bias, but the point is a bit over baby dance. Nipo would the omobeba na so beko be 99% of the situations, unya solution. That's why I always recommend that say for about BWF solicitors or more 214-218 Tottenham High Road, so Monday to Friday, 3 9, Equity and 6 o'clock. They are our preferred community lawyers. No doubt about that. Our trusted legal partners when it comes to issues here in the UK and even in Ghana. And in Fre 0208 493 7340. Nobody has been there and failed. Say a desperate situation, they'll tell you, listen, this one, we can't handle it and we won't take it. But once they take it, they will go every step of the journey with you until you succeed. Mami for the very last call. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, what the same boss? You, I would have chapter 20, but I'm sorry.
Okay. With a quick one, so let me see lawyer Richard say, so EU, obi worry EU, that's ultimately show say or worry no 5 years ago, and so ultimately apply for indefinite and I'm able.
Well, not only that, so who worry no 5 years ago, what start me show say since 5 years, you know, when you know I'll have a relationship. Na edimu a subsist you know, it was genuine. You know, young fans are worry nipa no montana crowd and you know, I feel also we apply, you know, it will be doubtful, it will be questionable. Until so evidence, you know, so many nipa no worry 2015. So say it was 2020. To me application, me person me go straight to indefinite leave. Then you should be able to provide evidence showing cohabitation for all those years now. We'll rely on the relevant years, you know. Until bills about in addition to your marriage certificate. Sano de ubetimi at cassette. I remember 2 years ago, your lovely auntie be home. Now we're worrying Nipano 2011. Now obehome no 2017. And was see any application man why 5 years in sa o refuse twice a court cram o say a marriage one of convenience it ye assess ni bibia na meka say okay ye nye 5 years application ye be indefinite leave no one tells am say because o worry 2011 so 6 years has elapsed o evidence because we say one papa ni din the name be brave so the number documents be brave. So we skimmed through and we selected the important cohabitation evidence like council tax bills and tenancy agreement and all that. And a strong submission that although this is the first application, you know, this woman has married for over 5 years and has shown that so there is the subsistence, you know, the genuineness, you know, marriage certificate. In those days now, almost say, for marriage certificate in the court. So no applicable beam, okay? So I don't know. Yeah, almost the indefinite leave. I need to be part of my brother. So our no edit more than 5 years. Now bet me sure say when no relationship no had been genuine and subsisting for 5 years, dear. Obet me I go for indefinite leave to remain. Alright.
Yo, me pacho na say nipa no KEADS I say British law dia intisa of me.
Oh, Debbie, so British law, dear, we are then cry now about 2.5 years leave to remain under Appendix FM since 2012. You know. First, you know, Nanka, you're 2 years, now you're indefinite. They say there's 2.5 under the 5-year route partner. So even cry went to meet requirements now, or more about Appendix FM, now a year relationship, English, financial, immigration status now, you do about 10-year route in the so. And it depends. Okay, so immigration rules there. Won't me call for indefinite direct. All right.
Oh, me patch me that's it.
Yeah. You see that CP. Well, lines no me Catalina fee. There's this very interesting text na ewakakra. A woman say a bre aso was and keep and so here say ya day o wasemono eba enti Mr. Yeah, now for yenti sa question way. Uncle Richard, I see a 2-year-old baby with a guy be on and on warrior. Now he calls us once or twice every month and sends the child £100 monthly without fail. In March, he came to see the baby at my house and met my new boyfriend, which he didn't seem to be happy about. Okay. And no, and yet, you know, he yelled and harassed us and warned my boyfriend not to spend time in my house because he thinks he will confuse our baby as to who his actual father is. We did not hear from him again for about 4 months. Then all of a sudden he called to have the baby every Friday since he was off work. I suggested that since the baby hasn't seen him for a long time, how about we take it step by step and spend time with the baby. I say I'm on for a screen or so deep. Okay. He did not agree and asked me whether I think he wants to come and take the kid and kill him. This raised concern to me as a mother, so I refused him having the baby completely, and he stopped calling us, but still sends the baby £100 each month. Now he has asked his auntie to tell me he wants to go to court. There's a guy who emotionally abused me while we're together and put me through depression. What should I do? Because I'd rather the court has a say in this than him not return my son after allowing him one Friday. I just said, Osro said, omo private arrangement na one here na fe Friday back over fano kwa na one fana mbabio na no so akoye asem for. It's a very long one, but bother on the na yedi ho.
I think it's a very, very good one you picked, so that it can then summarize all the whole thing, what we've done. So this is a typical case in na yenya, and say mommy, or baby 2 years old, but relationship is no longer existing, and now we'll move on to a relationship with another person. Nothing stops her from having a relationship with another person. The fact say one banner one will be for na way and just say on minute. It's one a new partner. New partner now is a stepfather to this child. Also a play role about life. To what we leave away father now, person play role about family life, and you have to really be reasonable and accept the fact that that is what the situation is. Now, the mama also say if she genuinely believes that Papa na be harm abofrana. Or no betima prevent say ma this time around there my brothers say me yi mumu kakra. Me
brothers na man share no be bring to you.
And my sisters I have to shift the goalpost. So the my sister also say obetima prevent the biological father from seeing the child if she has a genuine belief say obe harm abofrana. Obi between the before kabibi say abofran may the same but that he doesn't mean it. But we cannot take their words for because we can't be sure. Okay. It is so sure or obetima say omani hu papa no. Then the father can ask okan obetima court say opeso hu neba. The good thing is that then the court would have the professionals to assess whether truly this man can be a danger or a harm or a risk to the child. Now why comfortable say professionals in are aware. Say abofrane baba wonche once in a Friday. You cannot harm the child because omo assess say can he potentially harm the child? They will look at the criminal past, the links. Say yeah assessment say abofrane hu papa no Friday omo he papa no ono ne partner ono no ho say ne djuma oye ne time ne immigration status baby a wati enema bebre. As no make a decision say okay, you be ma abofrana hu papa no every Friday. Time say no also kofana time say no also the neighbor. So time ni do no find maya the mother can take action against. Enti me pacho say with the my sister the oh ye na no. But say if adie ba ko pebi na bebe ma na kan keke nese wo hwese ampan onti me ha me ne ba no. Papa every month bia or the schedule account and my brothers listen. Financial support is not care. Okay, so you cannot base on the fact that you financially support your child to say that when a family relationship and can't be. So more assessment for playing a role in a child's life. In terms of immigration, financial support and and no, it's part of it. It's in addition to what you are doing that makes the whole thing whole. But that alone, obi work to make us say me ma for £500 a month. Into me, I'm really me share me banner me pacho. I know the almost even the lighter weight of idea a bit my person will play role. Into scanning kwa nye bibi. Into say my menu show say bibi ever happen about fun if when the child is with papa na obit ma prevent it. Papa na cannot do anything than to go to court. Or court say the medical boss section 7 report ebe kyerɛ sɛ akwa no be benefit sɛ obehu ne papa na and what time. If they have any reason, sometimes the Friday be staircasing. Ombetuma can say okay, yeah the order no beto say ye be mo hu ba no every Friday. But to start with, you be mo start a video call for 1 month. 1 month no successful. Now if you mo aye akọ contact center, akọ meeting no, near studio. Say you okay answer na jime job for na ma won kwa ma de na kofie, they can do all these things. And my dear sister, just maybe keep these plans in place, and then so quarter now you go through the test. Now professionals no make it a recommendation set when yet risk then Sunday akrane kono you are comfortable say ubia hwe o ma assess no until you okay then that can be workable. But senye sa na wa sheda na person o mani hu ne dem pacho o so mani hu no because papa no opesu hu ne ba nti na otueska support no. My brother, money alone, don't rely on the money. So immigration power now person will be appropriate ye dey na scan den kan fa
I say no kway ofio zo nyai.
And no dey obefre police amano me pacho. Is it the CCA Madam Adjoa me lawyer Madam Adjoa o tie me ne ne ye case bi CCA ya ye kase brother no ya no akọ ko ye se de wokan me mema asem o fi honom and ma me free policeman but on say oba ne ba papa and I was on press charges no mu jaye but say wan kasa na press charge na dey ma na wo say wo
case
e wo say kill Nigeria or honom ya dey protect you. So why you criminal cry who play role by life until you man NKRUMAH, but how to patrol. It's unfortunate that say Ubakona Ubani another man having that great connection, rapport, but unfortunately that is the situation. So when you're careful, more if you honor if you're crying, I'm a bit my banners on my own man in my honor, okay? And I know they when you're careful. Now of course moon play as adults now. For the best interest of the child, as I said from the outset of the program, that everything that you do should be in the best interest of the child.
I was therefore it couldn't have ended on a better note than this one. Sir, year 24, sir, the best interest of a child should be paramount. And until may come for a mouse, sir, Nyabotre, sir. Intitimu aba na kwala na kodi fabia enye se untimi emnyina kwada no so enye wo application ubetimi aye na se betimi a ma lawyer for mremu ebetimi a ma BWF solicitors embrem no mo bemu a ombetimi e the strategies e ne nhihye na toto ye na wo so watimi enya wonkrata agina wona so na wasomadwo na sebe se wo nkrata sam anya wona da enkodi home office da na ache na wasomonyo wa you know what I mean. Enti bomodi as when the BWF solicitors ebedi enkita ho ena yedi dwumade no ebesie me kamfo ama say BWF solicitors within the week here were various education programs yede ebrewo edru yawada e free nonkron ekosi nondu ewo Rainbow Radio International so ubetimi ati yanka na yama free legal advice eno actually no so on GN Radio Friday anopa 9:30 kosi anopa 11 and also so yama free legal advice na fe yede ni nyina pomponso no aba Saturday ewia between 4 and 6 p.m. UK time and you get the community and the law. The community and the law no nyina ne say yebemo watim rana se sebe enye wasetena nko a se eba ne se oni police fo ntem asem oni aban nsem oni ofiewura asem oni social welfare fo asem ayi la ayi obi e de question bi aba na etese de etwa fufu aba na to enkwan mu no o say na then na me ya anti social for eba abeji me be free nsem because omo tata me social service for BB. Maybe we'll have to look at it at another day as a full topic.
Yeah, I think so because there's so much to say about that. I think say maybe it didn't come on. So we will work out. So on here maybe next week or the following, we can have a topic on that because me who say my friend and my phone and papa phone will fear. There's a lot of things going on, and then maybe we have to do because there is something that I really want to tell parents. Yeah, because you see, say woman hard drinks and crano. Oh, say yeah, na ye humeti. Sometimes stress ne niema no. Obe ya die bi. Omunya chance kosko omo kwaka kire omo senkos for no. So and niema bebre betima happen. Omo fi no ma yidi wo bono wo tia no menye say no omo accumulate ni nyina. Omunya chance ko school they will be telling and then there will be investigation, Until you better time.
And what you can do to prevent those things.
Yes, and then what so anything to do with child protection, amidst the COVID pandemic, we have to do that also.
And in America, immigration, there are other things we can also look at. If I know big question on the bay and we're in this actually child protection is another thing we need to have a look at. I was saying for about COVID is real and unti bomode say obebo ho eban aban say me and kobe bia and ti say wonni BBP papa bia a year now between a year adwuma wo fia stay at home work from home. Memma Lawyer Richard a chance now fi bibi o de be giant and sani asore no na maba aba crowd. Lawyer Richard then na de be giant.
Thank you, senior. And then my first senior nama. Dem DJ for ya dear memo so ende. Yen say European Union na ye free movement no abere 31st. Say my colleagues no more di hon komo bebre as to so bet my application be manana. Ade ba ko bi a ekemu kakra hard we say sa extended family members issue no. Now ade bi ekoso ni say Home Office for no, or my imagine say, but young Kasa, I know we won't talk to them. We will go to court. Or my imagine say, Ombe refuse almost all extended family members' applications now. Obi Odekubia. They have this standard refusal notice. I say cut and paste, What the application they don't. I strongly believe that they don't even look at the application. They just cut normal paste decision and say, Adibe Mokaneme 2. Almost say. When our application, you did not tell us about your circumstances in Ghana. It doesn't make sense because independence may depend on my auntie. So what else do you want the person to say? Number 2, almost say, oh auntie now, uncle now, so depending on us. Or by UK 2015. Also the evidence for 2 years money transfer. Yenjin this say, who depending on us because Oba UK 2015. So 3 years, I didn't want to show. But Emrano for dependence, it's a matter of fact to be proven. You proven say it's only 2 years, obey ye in need of ne antenna support. Bibi happen one in life. The dependency should not have arisen from the time I sponsored by UK. There is a relevant period. So Home Office is getting this wrong, and we've seen cases upon cases upon cases. They know say you're film, and Emrano say you cut it off. Say you're extended family member, you cannot apply unless permits already issue under EU law. Enti me pacho more motie me say nipa no be applications extended family members has been refused. Mamo nya worried because courts omodemra and the judge would use the cases reads. Na or the assessment ni say enipa no or provide financial support and now say emotional support and whatever support to the person. Does this person needs the person's support to meet his or her essential needs? So test way is established, then the court will allow the appeal. It is a why appeal. extended family member application. No more refusal, don't worry. But all the proposition, and the hard you see, cannot time, no. Na young courts, na lawyer and courts. Na one present to case, because me who say, O Mashada, and no more yesterday, because women say, you're free, no one to me application, be a mint, no more refusal, na, what went to manco courts, no. Na say, waka, me pacho, mon fight it to the end, oko courts. Chances are because all along, extended family members no more refusal, say, me and my colleagues, family, and your cockota, we win those cases because we know the arguments, not yet the area. We use the law, and then the law is there. The evidence is here. Financial dependency, because Nippon Organa, so we can't have cohabitation evidence. It's there. So what are you saying? They will allow the appeal to me part. So, Mom, when you were minimum appeals, bebre come, in the way in terms of extended family member application refusals. Unya, just speak to your lawyer, find a strategy, and then just move on with appealing against the decision. And chances are your appeal will be allowed. Na omo aba. Because uja maneka unti application. Okay. So when I'm debating for na medamase, na me mom happy new year once again. Thank you very much, senior. Also.
But Waba na ubako.
I'm ready, mama. So my name Madam Eunice Edin Komo. She's done an amazing job. Now, sometimes me petam kakana yakwa kushia de kakraba. Ena yakushia kakra na yaba. Enti
mabe what be woshi.
It's my baby nurse my benti nyame ya adoma first week of Feb no. Member me start to Rainbow na ahanso so the year no. Me principal onime abonkomo. Me dana se so ma me kwan se me ko sua de kakra nsa mfa nka de ye won ho na maba de na se yaba nti yaba yaba beto so se ne ye no na dada na.
Well, Tilly say we will fight them in court. Yes, BWS solicitors are inquired. We'll still fight them in court. And my madaruma ebe my kwai na yede ebesie. Nyame aduma same time next week, same platforms. BWF Solicitors Facebook, BWF Solicitors YouTube, and I can happily say you have given me 321 shares. 321 shares. Next week I'll go for 500. I know you will do it for me. Thank you so very much. I was for lawyer Mote Nenka Katachi Richard NKRUMAH BOADU and Mote Nenkano. Nipa boa me share dwumadi lawyer Patrick one law Francis Owusu Bosopem yen updates and yen further details no lawyer Eunice Champon and a day ebre yen executive producer lawyer Uncle Ben Mr. Bernard, in fact a doctor Bernard Owusu your friend will reku Owusu from point nyame aduma same time next week ye be sign a share nyame enka mu nyina.
BWF Solicitors is a leading and an award-winning solicitors situated in London. Our expertise in family and matrimonial law encompasses divorce, separation, children matters, family breakdown, and financial orders. We focus on all aspects of immigration law. Our areas of expertise extends to visas for individuals and businesses. These include spouses, students, visitors, EU applications, investors, and more. We also undertake appeals and judicial reviews of negative decisions. We hold Law Society Quality Mark in immigration law. Our family law solicitors are dedicated to finding the most effective and pain-free resolution for our clients through the provision of sensitive, effective, and affordable legal advice. We are also Ghanaian law specialists and have advised many local authorities and other solicitors on aspects of Ghanaian law. We have also advised businesses looking to relocate to Ghana. Our senior partner is dual qualified as a barrister at law in Ghana and solicitor to the Superior Court of England and Wales. Client satisfaction is our number one priority. This shows in the number of positive reviews we have received from our clients. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers.